You could have amazing music, but if your pitch email sucks, no one's going to listen. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to write a pitch email that gets publishers to actually reply and click play. And if you want to see how I made my first $10,000 in sync licensing as a producer using this exact pitch strategy, type 10K in the comments and I'll send you a free doc that breaks it all down. All right, so let's dig into this. Step one is don't write long bios. Instead, keep it short and personal. Listen, nobody wants to read your entire life story from the age of 5 up until the point you decided you wanted to do music for a living and change lives and ultimately the world. Nobody cares, to be honest with you, and nobody has time to read that story in an email. So keep it short, sweet, and to the point. I don't want you to rush this relationship with one email. I want you to assume that you're going to build a relationship with this publisher or this individual over a long period of time. And there's plenty of time to share little nuggets about yourself and your journey throughout this relationship. You don't have to cram it all into the initial email. You just want to introduce yourself, get straight to the point, save the long bios for, the rest of the relationship, I guess. So, all right, that's number one. Don't write long bios. Instead, keep it short and personal. Number two, don't be desperate. Like, people can smell desperation a mile away. Instead, show confidence. What does that look like? This is what desperate looks like. Yo, you got to check out my music. It's like the dopest music ever. Like, I'm just waiting for the right opportunity, for the right person to just like check it out. I know you going to like it. And then put like 17 fire emojis in the email. And just like, man, I just really need a shot. Like, all I need is somebody to just believe in me and just take a chance. Desperation, just instant desperation. Don't be desperate. Instead, you can show confidence by saying, hey, my name is Clint Music. I specialize in cinematic hip hop. That's pretty much it. Like, hey, this is what I specialize in. This is what I do. This is my name. Are you currently accepting submissions from new composers? And then that's it. Like, you don't have to oversell yourself, because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, once they click play, it's going to be your music that's going to speak for you. So overhyping yourself up could end up hurting you in the long run, especially if your music isn't even as fire as you said it was with the 17 fire emojis. All right, so don't be desperate. Instead, show confidence. Number three, don't submit your entire catalog. Instead, take 5 of your best placement ready tracks. I see this often where I understand the concept and the mindset behind it. It's just like, hey, I want to increase the chances of something landing. So let me submit all 17,357 of my tracks to the publisher so that something lands. And that is not advised. So start with a few tracks. Again, let's go back to assuming this is a relationship you're going to establish and build over a long period of time. You will have time to submit more tracks. You will have opportunities to submit to additional briefs. Just start with 5 to start the conversation and start the relationship. Again, this is an introduction. We're not trying to just meet the person and then instantly get married and have 17 kids. We're not trying to move that fast. Take it slow. So 5 of your strongest tracks, they should be structured properly. If you don't know how to structure, check out our community, syncproducerhub.com. The link will be in the description. We'll show you how to structure tracks from intro to verse to hook to verse to whatever it is. We'll show you how to lock that in so that it'll be placement ready. But you don't have to submit your entire catalog, and you also don't have to wait until you have a massive catalog of music built up to start pitching your music for sync licensing. Literally, you can start with 5 tracks, 5 of your strongest placement ready tracks. That will get you in the door, and then you'll create more music as you go. All right. Number 4, don't submit untitled tracks. Instead, include titles, genre, BPM, lyrics, etc. If you're pitching to a music supervisor, you may also want to include alt versions. So when it comes to titling your tracks, I think that's super important. Some people think, it's not that important. It's important. Like, you want your tracks to hint towards, the mood of the track or the style of the track. So when they see it, they know, okay, this is probably what this will sound like. You want to have lyrics, you want to have BPM, you want to have your genre. We call that metadata. And then if you're pitching to a music supervisor, your alt versions would be, let's say if you're pitching a full song or full songs, you also want the instrumental version of that, right? You may want an acapella version. If you're pitching instrumentals to a music supervisor, you may want the full version. You may want what we call like an underscore. So that may be a version with, no lead synths or lead melodies or things like that. You may want to submit a drum and bass version. You may want to submit a version without the drum and bass, which could also be an underscore. So those different alt versions can vary. If you're submitting to a publisher, I always advise just waiting and asking what the publisher wants, because that can change. Like, some people want different things. So it never hurts to ask to figure out before. But usually with music supervisors, I feel like things kind of move fast. So you kind of want to have everything in one place for them, so they can just kind of keep things moving. Whereas publishers, sometimes, while things do move fast, sometimes they also have like specific ways they like to do things and set things up within their company. So, it's best to kind of wait so that you don't waste a bunch of time before creating all these different versions. All right. And number 5, which is very, very important, is don't be entitled. Instead, email with gratitude. And you can end your emails with gratitude by just simply saying, thank you for your time and consideration, versus saying, I know I'm the hottest in the city. You've never heard anything like this. I deserve an opportunity. You sleep if you don't sign. like all that stuff. Like, you're entitled. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody is required to, quote unquote, put you on. Nobody's obligated to give you a shot just because you feel like you're dope. You got to put in the work just like everybody else. So instead, be thankful for the opportunity. Be thankful that, they even listen to your music and possibly give you feedback so that you can move forward. Just be thankful, and be considerate of other people's time, and know that nothing is just handed to you or given to you, but rather it's earned. And people like to work with people that they actually like. So those are 5 things that you definitely want to keep in mind. Again, if you want to see how I made my first $10,000 in sync using this exact framework, type 10K in the comments and I'll send you that free doc. Inside the Sync Producer Hub, we actually help producers prepare their music before pitching it to help them minimize rejection. In the next video, I'll show you what that looks like behind the scenes.